Hello, my name is Larry Petrie, and the story behind my game design idea, Virtuous Quest, is about the multiverse theory. Granted, there's a lot of variations of this theory, although the general idea is that there could be an infinite number of universes on one continuous timeline. My story begins as a first person shooter role playing game with a group of people called Centurions who live in the center of the universe. And the Centurions believe that in various that there's a virtuous balance across the universe of self. As this theory also indicates that the universe has duplicate selves, although these duplicates have made different choices in the outcome of an infinite number of universes. If anyone has ever seen the TV show Sliders, where three characters encounter a college student that built a device that opens a portal, which allows him to slide from one alternate dimension to another. Together, these four characters would travel to multiple parallel Earths, trying to find their own home, Prime Earth. Though in Virtuous Quest, the Centurions understand the link between the celestial bodies, planets, and universes with their physical bodies. And so, in this way, the player makes choices on their character's alignment in more of a quantum way using mental abilities through thought forms of meditation. With within every dimension, there would be some similarities, whereas the city, like New York, would look the same as the city in New York compared to another dimension. Although such things like the economy would be very different. Using these thought forms, Saturnians spend energy or chi. For example, opening a portal to another dimension spends a lot of chi, and it must be replenished either by meditation or draining the energy or chi from an NPC. Chi can be used with various thought forms the player finds throughout the game, giving the player strength of will alone. A way to save on this chi or energy for the player is to use combat skills along with firearms and guns and knives, and this will slowly replenish the character's chi throughout time. Also, the Saturnians are divided into three classes for customization, to do improve upon the resources for the characters' classes and progress and level up and to gain experience. One of the classes is the spy class, and this character develops in such a way that he's behind the scenes and observes and is acting to gather intel and at times acting as a scout. Another class would be a soldier class, and the soldier class is a Saturnian that focuses more of the task at hand and fights on the front line and at times is armed and ready and always completes his task. And the final class would be the thief class, which finds every opportunity to acquire the resources that it needs on any parallel Earth, no matter what it takes. So each character will develop in all kinds of different classes, or each player will develop in all kinds of these three classes, and then they get the ability to possibly form a group in, say, like a multiplayer mode that I had in mind, so that they can get the task of balancing the universe in more of a Centaurian kind of way. So one of the main things when it comes to this theory about the universe and having multiple universes is kind of an example of quantum physics using the idea of psychokinesis, for example. In a lot of ways, the Slider Show, for example, talks about it in ways of, using technology and math, if you've ever seen the show. Although this game particularly focuses more on the aspect of intrinsic or uh, telekinetic type of psychokinesis abilities, and gives them a kind of ability to be able to not only open up portals, but kind of balance the universe in a way by balancing the Earth itself. But one of their models as a Centurion is that virtue be yours, and that the quest for balance is that your quest for balance be great.